Hey investors, it's Neil, and today I'm going to be showing you how to exactly calculate your holding costs so that your flips or your BRRRR projects, they stay profitable here in Iowa. Don't guess. You're going to know how to plan this as you go. All right. So first thing first, what in the world actually counts as a holding cost? This is where I see investors, they really get this wrong. They typically just forget categories. So let's talk about it. Loan payments. Right? I mean, that's an obvious one. But past that, it's taxes, it's insurance, utilities, right? Gas. As you come into winter, your heating bills, depending where you set that thermostat, and that's another thing to pay attention to, but your heating bills can add up. Water, especially if there's some sort of toilet that's running, that can add up to serious money. But you want to budget for these things and have a control position in place for what does that thermostat get set at, or do we turn the water off each and every day down at the main so toilets don't even run? Also, HOA. So you want to know if it's applicable. Number two is how to calculate your monthly versus your total holding costs, right? So there's some differences depending on the time of year, right? Taxes certainly add up, but they're only payable in March and September. So although they may add up, but if you buy a property in September or October, you're going to get a proration. Yes, but are your tax payment due? Do you have to write a check? Well, you want to be mindful of that. Accounting for loan fees, draws, and interest. So you want to know when those things are taking place and be able to account for those. When are you incurring those expenses, and can you bundle those things in the loan itself? Maybe. Can you put those things, defer those things to closing? Going back to taxes, oftentimes it just accumulates up and it's getting deducted from you at the time you actually close versus, crossing that threshold in September or March to where you're actually writing that check. Contingency planning, planning for delays, market shifts, maybe contractor overruns, which is commonplace. So do you have a budget? Is there a contingency budget? If not, there should be. I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of deals and loans and investors doing deals, and I can suggest to you that almost never does anybody come in under budget. It's almost always the other way. Having tools, having a spreadsheet, tracking those. So you don't want to run the project and just accumulate all these things, a big stack of bills, right? Maybe you paid them, but you haven't accounted for them, meaning you didn't total them all up. You don't want to know where you're at on a project as you go through, pretty much at any point in time, certainly on a monthly basis. At a minimum, you don't want to know where that project is. Are we on track? Are we not on track? So estimate correctly, build contingencies, and protect your profits. And when you're time to do the next deal, you want to get instantly pre-approved. Fantastic. I dropped a link below in the description so you can do just that.